Here we are, lots of Super Bowl memories. And I don't know about you, Chris Sims, when this stuff comes on,
Yeah.
when I don't care who it is,
Right.
whether it's a team I'm rooting for or not, if I see an old Super Bowl playing, I will stop.
Oh.
Like it's my
What?
favorite movie. I will stop. I will watch it. It's stuff, man. Like this
Well,
stuff
that's why you and me are kind of brothers from another, right
That's
there.
what I'm talking about.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
Like when those Super Bowl highlight show comes on, where it's every 30 minutes, right? The 30-minute highlight show. Like when I was a little kid, that, first off, we didn't have social media and the internet and computers. When they would be like, ESPN was like, we're going to play Super Bowl 1
be like, oh, here we go.
to Super Bowl 30, right? And they'd
Yep.
start at like 10 o'clock at night. I would stay up some years all night long and watch them all. My mom
Love
would
it.
come down at like 4:30 in the morning. She's like, you're still sitting on the couch?
Yes.
And I'm like, they're about to get to Super Bowl
Yeah.
21.
It's
It's about to
even-
be Dad's Super Bowl.
Even
like,
when you know,
Right.
even when you know what's going
Right.
to happen.
Right.
Like I'll still watch, Super Bowl 1, Super Bowl 2, with whose idea was it, by the way?
Yeah.
To put the goalpost right there,
Right in the middle of the field.
And just, so I'm looking at Max
I hear you.
McGee, like, Max,
Right.
watch out.
Right.
Watch out, you're going to hit it.
I know.
You gotta hit it. But he was hammered anyway.
He didn't even, he felt no pressure. He was like, we're good.
he
I
didn't
just
even
was
know the
out all
difference.
night. Right,
But
right.
what do you think of it? Because you've been to so many of these.
Yeah.
You watched them. And when people talk about, they don't know the first-year teams or these rookies, they don't know what's happening. What do you think the biggest thing they haven't accounted for? Is it the schedule? Is it this, Radio Row, amount of media, the scrutiny? What is it that teams who haven't been here before, I know
Right.
both of these teams
Yeah,
have,
right.
but what is it
There's
that
still
they...
a lot of players that
Yeah,
haven't.
a lot of players,
right?
especially on the 49ers.
Yeah.
A lot of players who weren't here the last time they played.
I think it's the, again, I never got to play in one of these, but, of course, lived with a dad that did and was around a lot of other people that did. I think the one thing, I think the week itself, hey, you feel the grandiosity of the game,
Yeah.
right? That they know that. But from what I always get to, and I even asked Anthony Munoz this just a little bit ago too, is the players it always gets into pregame warm-ups, it all starts to hit, right? It's whoa. There's people, whoa, this star is right here. That star is right here. It's pregame warm-ups. The way the stadium's decorated. There's extra cameras going around everywhere. That, to me, is where the young guys or the guys that haven't been there yet start to get a little flustered. My dad will tell you in Super Bowl 21, and if you'll talk to him one day, he'll tell you this story too, where, and I hear this a lot, the first drive of the game, they're 2 or 3 plays in, he's in the huddle calling the play. Everybody on the offense is hyperventilating. Like they're all like, because it's just like, it's all like, this is a big moment, right? And it all comes crashing down at this one, and you're trying to give it your all, and just all those emotions are there. And I think those are the things that I always hear that the young players have a hard time adjusting to early on.
And it's a major advantage if you've been through that. If you're Kansas City, okay, 4th time in 5 years.
It's ho-hum to a degree.
You've perfected it. Like I remember seeing the beginning of the Patriots dynasty.
Yeah.
So, and that was a year, that was 9/11. So there was not a big break. There was not that 2 weeks before the game.
Yes, right.
So they win the conference championship in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
They got to turn the operation around very quickly, get to New
Orleans.
Orleans.
Right.
And so they're figuring out, okay, how do we travel like this? What do we do with hotel rooms? What do we do with
for the
tickets
families,
and all that stuff?
Right.
A couple of years later,
Yeah.
okay, they're there in Houston. Fine, got it. We got this down. Next year, got it. It's not a problem. So for Kansas City, and I know it's like a real world issue.
Yeah.
They were talking yesterday about Patrick Mahomes Sr. I said, I'd be surprised if Patrick Mahomes is like, oh my God, this is such a distraction. No, okay, I know it's my dad. I know it's DWI. It's not a great look. Okay.
It's less of a distraction than like Andy Reid's son getting in a car crash the week before the game.
Exactly.
This is just personal to Patrick Mahomes.
It's personal.
It's not going to filter through the locker room and be like, man, what's going on and all that. You're not having
and he
that.
knows more than we do.
Right.
He knows more. So he's got a context that we don't have. He's probably like some little part of his brain like, okay, this is where I put incidents like this.
Yeah.
This is where I put it off to. It has nothing to do with what I'm seeing on the field.
It can compartmentalize, right? That's to me, it's Mahomes. I've said this to a few people today. Mahomes to me has hit like Brady Manning inevitability almost, where you just go, wait, is it a big game? He's going to show up. Oh, he's got the ball late in the game. He's going to drive down here and score. Are we going to have enough time to have the ball back and maybe score too, right? It kind of feels that way because, I mean, he's that special. His ability to block out distraction, I think like you're saying, right? Yeah, there's a numbness. He's not going to be in awe of this spectacle at all. He's going to be totally in which way I think Kansas City's become more impressive, and this is crazy what they're doing right now, is they just got into let's just win the game mode. Stop worrying about, oh, we want to play the game this way, right? We want to get in the shotgun and we want to throw it 40 times and we want to throw for 350. That's cool. The league caught on to that. The offense, your receivers aren't the same. They had to kind of reinvent themselves, and they've gotten into the mode of, hey, managing the game a little bit, managing situations, play through the defense, and then like Brady or Manning did in their prime, hey, make a play in a big moment or in a big situation to get us over the hump, and that's where he's just found the magic touch.
Now you say Brady and Manning, and it's not misplaced. I mean, we're seeing something incredible. So he's not even 30 yet.
Yeah,
Chris. So where are we putting him? I'm not saying Brady. Okay, it's too early for that.
Yeah,
but I put him above Favre. Right, already.
I don't even think it's a question.
I put him above Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think it's a question.
All right, so how far are we going up the list?
I think you said the one guy. I think the only other guy.
You put him above Manning?
I think he's right there with him. Yeah, I do. And you know, I think Peyton's the man. I mean,
Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton. I mean, Peyton going to 4 Super Bowls with 4 different head coaches is one of the greatest accomplishments in the history of football. That, you know, I know he lost 2 of them and people are going, oh, he lost them, whatever. It's still amazing. We don't see anybody do that. That's how great he is. Like, oh, it doesn't matter, coach, whoever you are, doesn't matter. I'll check to this. Omaha said Hunt, right? I mean, it's incredible. But yeah, I think Mahomes has. That's where I brought up those names. He's in a stratosphere right now where there's only one guy ahead of him, and even that guy that's ahead of him and Brady, who we know is amazing, he didn't do it this way. They weren't this way. Brady got groomed into being a, you know, early on, run the ball, play defense.
Absolutely.
Mahomes from day one was like, carry the team, put him in the shotgun, throw for 400. That's how we're going to play. We're going to ride you. And that's unique to anybody else in football, especially because they were winning in every AFC championship every year he's played.
I've actually got one guy. I'm glad you got your earpiece in as we wrap this up. I've actually got one guy who's better than Brady. Take a look, take a listen.
Okay.
Oh, are you ready? You ready?
Go ahead, Ephesians.
I'm Eli Manning. I'm nice. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Psych! I beat him twice! Hold me back! Hold me back! Hold me back!
He's hot.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
How do you feel about rapping Eli Manning? Like 2 Super Bowl rings, little freestyle there.
Right.
Throw it in there, you know, throw in a little Tom Brady.
Eli's hilarious. He's hilarious. The Mannings are hilarious.
Okay, now you're a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Did you know he had this? And I didn't know he had this in the bag.
I did.
You did?
I didn't know he was like this. Yeah, I did. I've been around him enough, knew enough people that know them that there was like Eli's, he's sneaky. Watch him. He's real dry humor. He'll say things and you'll go, oh, that was funny. Like you'll catch you off guard. Come on. Talk about a unique career too. Eli, 2 Super Bowls, amazing Super Bowls, barely above 500, right? As a career starter. Definitely had some underwhelming seasons, but then and 2 of the clutchest Super Bowl runs we've ever seen ever, and that's where he's amazing.
That factors in.
Yes.
Not only winning 2, but winning 2 over
against
the
Brady.
team, the team of the century.
Exactly right.
And the same thing, if Brock Purdy is able to get a victory,
I hear
not
you.
just a victory, but a victory over Patrick Mahomes.
I'm
and
shocked
the
Niners are still favored, though. The Niners have peaked 6 weeks ago and haven't played football. The Mahomes factor and the Chiefs continue to get better. I'm still surprised the 49ers are favored.
It's great to see you, man.
You're the man.
Always.
Always.
Appreciate you. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow.
See
Thanks
ya.
for hanging out.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.